हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल यूट्यूब डीमिस्टिफाइड। एंड चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज के द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस के साथ फॉर द 20th of April 2023। सो मिड 2023 के बाद से हम ऐसा अंदाज़ा लगा रहे हैं कि इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन जो है वो चाइना को भी सरपास कर जाएगी। और वैसे हम ये काफ़ी टाइम से ही लगा रहे हैं, लेकिन पहले था कि बाय द ईयर 2025 और 2024 हमारी पॉपुलेशन ज़्यादा होगी। बट अब तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि बहुत जल्द ही, मतलब बाय मिड 2023, मतलब 3-4 महीने में ही हम लोग जो है वो चाइना की पॉपुलेशन को सरपास कर जाएंगे। Have informed states of same-sex marriage hearing, government tells SC। तो यही बात हो रही है कि अब सेम सेक्स मैरिजेस को लीगलाइज करने की बात करी जा रही है यूनियन में। जो सेंटर है गवर्नमेंट, उनका कहना है कि ये जो है वो एक अर्बन और एलिटिस्ट व्यू है। अर्बन एलिटिस्ट व्यू का मतलब है कि ये जो है वो बहुत ही कम लोग इन वेरी मतलब सिटी एरिया में बहुत ही कम लोग ऐसा चाहते हैं कि ये होना चाहिए। सो दिस इज नॉट द मेजोरिटी ऑफ ओपिनियन, नॉट मेजोरिटीज ओपिनियन, बट स्टिल लेट्स सी। ओके, May 10 को होगा इलेक्शन एंड देन पोलिंग ऑन May 13 इन कर्नाटका। The Cinematograph Amendment Bill has the provisions for harsher punishments for film piracy and introduction of new age categories for classifying films, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said। तो ब्रॉडकास्टिंग और इन्फॉर्मेशन मिनिस्टर अनुराग ठाकुर का यही कहना है कि अब नए क्राइटेरिया लाया जाएगा, नया एज क्राइटेरिया होगा कि जिससे फिल्म्स को एज में कैटेगराइज किया जाएगा। Okay. TN Assembly, that is Tamil Nadu Assembly resolution urges center to extend quota to Dalit Christians। और भी लोगों को इंक्लूड करना चाहिए जो कोटा दिया जाता है रिजर्वेशंस के लिए। सो सेंटर को वो करे कि दलित क्रिश्चियंस के लिए अलग से कोटा होना चाहिए, मतलब दलित्स अलग एंड दलित क्रिश्चियंस अलग। ओके, रीलोकेटिंग अरिकोम्पम, ये बहुत दिनों से आज अब न्यूज़ आ रही है एंड ये बहुत एक इशू जो है वो बढ़ते जा रहा है, मतलब समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि ये व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग। अरिकोम्पम एक वाइल्ड टस्कर है जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा वायलेंट है एंड इट इज़ हार्मिंग पीपल, इट्स अ थ्रेट टू मेनी ऑफ द पीपल। दैट इज़ वाई बहुत स्ट्रैटेजी कब से चल रही है टू कैप्चर दिस एलिफेंट, बट स्टिल इट इज़ नॉट, मतलब इट इज़ नॉट बीन पॉसिबल अंटिल नाउ। तो लेट्स सी व्हाट विल हैपन फिर दिस, मतलब इसको कैप्चर करके ऐसे कहाँ रखा भी जाए, हाउ टू टेक कंट्रोल ओवर दिस एनिमल, इट इज़ अ बिग इशू नाउ। दिस कोझिकोड ट्रेन आर्सन केस, केरला में जो ट्रेन में आग लगा दी गई थी, इट इज नाउ अंडर UAPA, दैट इज अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज प्रिवेंशन एक्ट में अब इसको इंक्लूड कर लिया गया है। ममता बैक्स टैलेंट्स मूव ऑन टाइम लिमिट फॉर गवर्नर्स। तो अब ये जो गवर्नर्स के बीच में जो टसल चल रही है ना, अब इसमें देखिए अब कैसे नॉन BJP वाले स्टेट्स आते जा रहे हैं। सो पिनरई विजयन, हु इज द चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ केरला, देन तमिलनाडु के चीफ मिनिस्टर MK Stalin, and now Bengal's chief minister Mamata Banerjee. So these people have already agreed कि governors के लिए time limit होना चाहिए, because governors are actually doing whatever they want to, I mean according to them, that they are they are following their own anarchy and stuff. So let's see where this fight between governors and governments go till. In a first, Meghalaya schools shut due to prevailing heat wave. So it's the first time that the schools in Meghalaya are shut due to a heat wave, heat stroke going on. Kerala Institute strives to dispel myths about the bats. So bats are always seen as like inauspicious, scary and horror kind of animals. So the Kerala Institute is now striving to get rid of those myths that are associated with the bats and give them a new identity, making people aware about them. Because when we talk about animals, how many times do we talk about bats? We don't, because bats are scary. We always deem bats to be scary and we feel like they're inauspicious or something like that, but it is not actually we feel it. It is because of the general custom, the general thought process that is going on since a long period of time. Caste census, even if morally flawed, can help in targeting of quota benefits. So Bihar mein it has been done that the caste census has been conducted, and caste census ki लोगों को देखा जा रहा है कि how many people belong to which caste. So earlier this move has been criticized, that why you're conducting a caste census and all, but then later on the Supreme Court and the government agreed to it that yes, the caste census can be conducted. So this article is talking about that yes, the caste census can be helpful because it will help get a number of the people in a particular caste and providing them with quota and reservation facilities and stuff like that. And caste census also includes other things like what are the facilities that should be provided, like which caste is the poorest or may need upliftment and all that. On April 6, 2023, the Union government introduced a new set of measures with a view to crushing fake news and misinformation on the internet. These instructions came through an amendment made to the Information Technology Rules 2021 or IT rules. The amendment grants to the Union Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology unbridled power to create a fact-check unit. Censorship की power government को दे दी गई है to broadcast news and media and stuff like that. So this move, as seen by many people, this move has been seen by many people as an assault to India's liberty or India's freedom of liberty to freedom of expression. Freedom to express what you feel and what you want to say. So because of this censorship, many of the news or content that people may have to share with other people will now be censored, might be censored by the government. And it may include news like news where the government is being criticized or where the leaders of the ruling government are criticized. So many things can happen. So censorship is something that, okay, some say it is necessary, some say there always has to be a balance. But yes, this new amendment that was made to the IT Rules 2021 is criticized by many. While strengthening ties with Russia, India must make its stand on war clear. देखिए क्या हुआ है कि जब से रशिया और यूक्रेन का वॉर शुरू हुआ है, Russia has attacked Ukraine. From that time itself, India has not taken a stand on the war. It has not said that Russia is wrong or Ukraine is wrong or Ukraine is right, nothing like that. It has made a neutral stand. And the reason for that is because India and Russia are friends. If India today condemns Russia, why are you starting a war? If it questions Russia, if it condemns it that the war is wrong and stuff like that, we may disturb our ties with Russia. And at this time, we should not do that because we already don't have, we are not very protected from all sides. So, but that is also true that when we are not saying anything about the war, it is questioning our moral ability. We are very diplomatically handling this matter, but people have views that this is something which is morally wrong. You're not questioning the wrongdoings of a country just because you want to be friends with them. Now, what is right, what is wrong, these are matters of national level and very serious grievances, and a mistake in such matters can cost us heavily. We may lose Russia as an ally, which at this time we need very, very much. But then again, if you're not doing that, we're also disturbing our ties with US, threatening our ties with the United States, who is pushing India to give a stand on the war. So these issues should be handled very diplomatically, very cleverly, wherein we are not hurting the feelings of any of the nations and also making our stand, our position clear. So India UAE cooperation to solve regional food security. So now focusing on the twin objectives of food access and readiness to confront supply chain rises. So it's about the deepening ties with UAE, also food security. Which way now? Karnataka elections. So it is talking about, don't miss these, okay? These articles also, please read them word to word. I could have done that if we had that much time with us, but we don't. So I cannot go by line, word by word, but you should. Menace of paper leaks in Gujarat. It has been seen from a long period of time now that again and again, sometimes there's a paper leak, sometimes there's a fire. Something is happening, something is wrong with the examination setup in Gujarat. Things are not going very fair and well there. So, world's largest producer of milk, it's a dry patch, and of course when we talk about milk, we think of Amul. So a full cream packet of Amul milk cost 60 rupees per litre in March 2022. The 1 litre pouch now costs rupees 66. Since 2021, the milk prices in India have been on a boil. Prices have hiked across brands, and the recent hike in February 2023 was Amul's 5th increase since 2021. So the prices of milk and in India are rising. Okay, also read this 50 years ago and 100 years ago, very, very important. And okay, first International Film Festival in Delhi. Okay, price of a lie, the Fox News settlement. Why did the US-based conservative news channel opt to settle with election technology firm Dominion Voting Systems? So Fox News, which is very famous, and you must have heard the name also, before trial began has agreed to pay this million to settle claims brought by election technology firm Dominion Voting Systems. So it has, the voting system, Dominion Voting System, had alleged that Fox News had caused damage to the voting company's business and threatened its staff by implicating them in a false conspiracy. So before the trial began, Fox News has made the payment to the Dominion Voting Systems to withdraw the appeal for I'm forgetting the word, to withdraw the petition against Fox News. So why did they settle before the trial began? Were they scared that they lose? is it true that they did that? We don't know, because ये बहुत चीज़ें होती हैं. Sometimes what happens is people also think about the brand value, that when a trial is imposed, it may it may get dragged for a long period of time, so it hurts the brand value. Or maybe sometimes it is that they had done something wrong, so they just want to settle it. Or it is sometimes that they don't want to get into this trial business, and they're like they haven't done anything, but sometimes it is that they don't have sufficient evidence or claims to prove their truth. So there are many things. I am just saying you that look at a news from all perspectives. Just not be biased that okay, if there is a petition against them, if there's a trial going on against them, that means they are the culprit, and if they have made the settlement, they are the culprit. No, there can be ample of reasons why they have done that. Ample of reasons. They must have thought that settling is much better, because getting into the trials and then dates and this and that would hurt them. It would cost them much more. So everything is possible. It is not necessary that if they have done this, that means they are guilty. Why is a star planet pair emitting radio signals? So YZ Ceti b is a rocky Earth-sized exoplanet that is rotating around a small dwarf red star, YZ Ceti, and which is barely 12 light years from Earth. Astronomers deduce that radio signals indicated were a result of the interaction between the planet's magnetic field and the star. So the star and the planet, they were, they had their magnetic field, and they were like interacting with each other, the magnetic fields, and that is why we were getting the radio signals. So books. Agatha Christie. Why are sensitivity readers looking at old books through a modern lens? Okay, Agatha Christie. And will it be better to leave the stories and novels of writers like the Agatha Christie, Ian Fleming, Arthur Conan Doyle, Hergé and Roald Dahl with their regressive views, as they are to give the reader a sense of the time in which they were written and published? So of course, when a novel is written, what we often do is we judge it from the lens of the current times. For example, if today women have the freedom to work, to speak their mind, and if at that times, maybe at a time when the novel was written, this was not the case, so we often say, okay, why is the story so regressive, so old times fashioned? Because of course we always judge a story from current perspectives, current lens, current times. So again, as I say this every day, you must have read the questions yesterday, so read the questions again, and this time with the answers, so this will quickly get in your mind. And then after reading this, read these questions and just leave to it. Today's word is mollify, that is cause to be more favorably inclined, gain the goodwill of, make more temperate, acceptable or suitable by adding something else, make less rigid or softer. So she managed to mollify the angry customer. So basically mollify can mean pacify in a sense. Okay. Supreme Court says that state cannot discriminate against individuals over sexuality. This is again the talk about LGBTQIA plus community, the legalization of same-sex marriage, and let's see, we are all speculated to see what happens, what is the news, and what will be the verdict. Sudan, there is a what kind of situation, bombing going on, and Indians that are stuck, who are stuck in Sudan, are saying there is no power, no food supply in hotels where they are staying, so the conditions are very dangerous and deadly there. discussing memorandum of understanding. The MOU is memorandum of understanding, and MOU is whatever, like whenever we have a trade, we have a deal, so that is what is MOU is. For training, cooperation on electric propulsion, UK CDSO. With UK we are having this. Rajnath wants disengagement, de-escalation process over Ladakh standoff to continue. Okay. Okay. Quantum mission for quantum mechanics, quantum computers, quantum physics, approximately 6k crore rupees have been assigned. UGC, that is the University Grants Commission, places emphasis on education in local language. So Hindi and studying the local language is getting popular now. Not popular, but yes, it is getting popular, and also the government is trying to introduce new reforms, to bring about development in the local language only, and not focusing that much on English. Kim Jong-un says North Korea's first spy satellite is ready for launch. Iran's supreme leader rules out referendums on divisive issues. Panda loaned by China to Thailand as part of diplomacy plan dead. Macron booed by angry French after singing pensions reform. This is all. Okay. Kyiv, that is Ukraine, receives Patriot missiles that were made by US, so US is aiding Ukraine against Russia. That is from day 1, nothing to be stated here. Okay, plan 2. The prices of everything are touching the sky. Prices of gold, dollar and rupee, everything. It's like sports news, so for all these sports fans out there. IMSCA for all. And why does this IMSCA? Because Tim Cook visited Mumbai, opening its first Apple store in Mumbai, India's first Apple store. With this, we are done with our newspaper analysis. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Keep listening, keep watching, like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you. See you again on YouTube Demystified.